Everybody, oh, hold up, I can't even see out these glasses. Dang, where these masks, can't see nothing. What up, everybody? It's Duran here again. I got another one off the cuff. I know it's been a real long time. There's been a whole lot going on since my last upload, and I know there's no possible way that I could fit everything into this little brief snippet that I'm gonna upload. But what I wanted to touch on is what's happened most recently. Just this past week, we had the first presidential debate. And no, I did not tune in, had no interest in it, and don't need a recap. I've heard enough around the water coolers to hear what people thought of the event. And after that, we had what? Oh, POTUS. He's got the C-19. So, as far as that goes, I just want to share a couple of brief thoughts. I may not even have the time to break it all down, but what I want to just say is timing. Timing is everything. Here we are. We've just cracked into the month of October. We are less than 33. Kind of 33. That's a number you need to follow if you a Mason subscriber. But less than 30 some days now at this point to the election, the selection of our next presidential candidate. So timing is important, because when we look back over the timeline of things, there's been a lot that's taken place during this first term presidency of our very own Donald J. Trump. There was the Russian gate, the investigations, checking into collusion, all of that. There was the impeachment. And now here we are in this final stage leading up to, the big presidential selection. And you've had Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House, speaking out very vehemently that Biden, I do not want you to concede the election. If we are still a Democratic Republic, and there's electoral college and there's a popular vote and all of these systems in place, then why is it necessary for her to say something like that? Obviously there's the whole C-19 experience is going on worldwide, this pandemic here in the States, and every state's dealing with this differently. You got mail-in ballots. You got some saying that every vote's going to be counted. You got some saying, it might be a longer process. I recall seeing a news clip just probably within the last month. Mark Zuckerberg, talking about for Facebook, talking about how, he was going to put a protocol in place that was going to nearly, make certain political ads not be able to be shared on his platform, because he did not want to put himself or his users in a position of being exposed to misinformation, something from the fake media or whatever, that could sway the minds of voters. Because obviously Facebook and all of the other ones, he also owns Instagram, WhatsApp, he's got his hands in on. All of these social media platforms are platforms of influence. So you can change a person's mind in an instant off of some data that could not, be, legitimized. So there's a lot of speculation that's going on out there. But I remember there was that article that he put out. He was saying, hey, you know what? We're going to put this mechanism in place so that nothing bogus could be surfaced on my platforms. Also, he wanted to remind those in Facebook world that the selection, I'm calling it selection, will not be determined in the night of the election. So again, that's another thought that's being dropped in people's minds that, in years past, we've always seen things have been determined, in the early hours, the day after the election. There, of course, there was the Gore Bush situation. It took a whole lot longer. You got the guys over there counting chads doing one of these. So they've been planting the thought in people's minds that this isn't going to be a one and done type of thing where everything's going to be resolved overnight. And now, like I said earlier, you got POTUS with the COVID. So timing. The same POTUS has gone around to a number of events, never wearing a mask. Sometimes saying the mask is good, sometimes saying the mask is bad. But he was rebellious in his nature as far as being a model for wearing the mask, so to speak. And now suddenly he and his family has it. So are we supposed to have, sorrow? Are we supposed to run to the polls and vote that way even the more so? Are we supposed to double down on science and, vote in line with that because even he can be touched? Or is this really going to stir the base and get them to go out and grab the vax when that becomes available? He launched Operation Warp Speed. So those things are going to be surfacing here really soon. And he said that he already has the military primed up and ready to dispense the vax when it becomes available. So there's a lot that could shake out from this, and it's very interesting times that we're living in. So like I said, this is going to be a short one. I'm not going to be able to break it down the way that I want to, but I just wanted to get these thoughts out here to you real quick. Off the cuff, sign it off. Peace.